Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
RX Bar. RX Bar is your whole food protein bar with simple, real ingredients. Head over to rxbar.com to order yours for your family and kids. Care of. Care of is a monthly subscription vitamin service that delivers completely personalized vitamin and supplement packs right to your door. Head over to takecareof.com today.
Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of All Things Beauty. Of course, I'm naturally Kenvy, and actually we have a surprise guest you guys would never expect who's in the building, Mr. The Sphere TV Network himself.
I got a full title.
The boss man.
Full title.
Gary is here with me, y'all. So it's going to be an interesting show.
What's up, good people? Welcome to All Things Beauty. I'm your new co-host. I'm taking over Amethyst spot. This is what we do. Of course, you can reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. There's G Hawkins with the Z. I got a pink thing behind my lower third. We're just here to have fun. This is all we're going to do. We're going to talk all things beauty, but from a male's lens, a male's point of view and perspective. I'm excited, Kenvy. You excited?
I don't know. This is going to be a lot. I already know.
I
not in a good way. I promise, in a good way, because y'all, Gary is very opinionated. I'm very opinionated. So it's gonna be a good show.
Hey, I think we're gonna have a great time. And here's the thing:
so.
I'm here to listen and learn, and obviously, I'm here to share a little insight.
Yes, I want to get your opinion.
That the beautiful ladies out in the world may not necessarily get, because a lot of times men can put up this wall, whether it's insecurity, whether it's putting up something of a front because we have ulterior motives. They're all things, and I'm just being transparent. We're gonna have a transparent show. There are things that come about as a man that we don't often share. So I'm gonna give a little insight and some of those gems to you all. For those that's sitting in your car right now, you're listening to this on SoundCloud, or you're at home, you're watching this on your Apple TV. It's about all things beauty, but we're going to give you that male's perspective. I'm excited.
I love it. I'm excited. I've always liked to pick people's brains, especially. So I'm about to get all up in Gary's business.
Well,
but before we do that.
Before
we do that, I got to let you guys know we're going to be on Facebook Live for the first 15 minutes of the show. So make sure that you guys tune in to hear what Gary has to say.
Tune in, folks.
Because you only got 15 minutes, and then you're going to have to transition over to our other platforms. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please comment with the hashtag ATB or hashtag All Things Beauty. Shout out to Monique that's commenting. She's laughing already.
Monique,
so I already
we see you
know
live. We see you.
How
You better
this
hit those
is
hearts.
going to go.
We love you too.
Lord.
This is what we do.
Help
Come
us
on.
today.
Yeah.
Okay, so normally we start off the show with what's on our list.
And I want to know, Kenvy, what's on your lip? That's a nice little matte color over there. I see.
Okay, so men like matte lipstick.
You better talk about
it.
it.
So he's saying, okay, off the rip. So this is a mixture of two colors, because y'all already know I do my lip concoction. So it's a NARS lippy stick. I forgot the name of it. And then on top, I have MAC's Ruby Woo, which is a cult favorite.
Sure.
All-time high-selling red lipstick.
It's a man's favorite as well. We've heard of the infamous Ruby Woo.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Had no clue.
Of course.
No clue.
And NARS. We're familiar with NARS.
Really?
We know how people. Look.
So y'all be listening when y'all act like y'all not listening.
We're listening. When we walk in that bathroom, we're paying attention to what's on the counter. We're watching. We're not just looking at the hairs in the sink, but we're taking a look at what's going on with the makeup, the liquid lips, the mattes. Hey, we're aware.
Oh, he's dropping gems already. So since Gary, obviously, well, I hope not. I hope he doesn't wear lipstick.
No.
So so what's like a chapstick? Because you gotta have chapstick. Because the matte lipstick can be drying.
I'm old school, so when I hit the chapstick, I'm going for the cherry joint, the old school chapstick, because that's technically the brand. And it is so funny how some companies, and this is my startup master side, right? Some companies have worked so well that the name of their company becomes the terminology now used, right? So chapstick technically is a brand, and it's a brand of what we call now chapstick. So, but the cherry joint, you got to have that classic. That's a cult favorite.
Well, see, that's funny because I thought you were like a Burt's Bees kind of guy, natural.
No, I'm good on that.
I want juices and berries. Maybe it's your hair that kind of pulled me cocoa butter, shea butter, all natural. I mean, I didn't think you don't look like a cherry chapstick guy to me. I'm just saying.
You got to have a little flavor on the lips if you're going to do it right. A little flavor on the lips. I'm just saying. We're going to keep it PG, though. A little flavor on the lips.
Well, as for I mean, I don't think women's lip products are like flavored for the most part. So
I guess some great intimate encounters with women's lips.
Check,
please. Great flavor.
Check, please.
I don't know if it was a gloss or a balm, but
maybe it was you tasting your cherry chapstick.
You tried it. I love you, Kimby, but you tried. You tried it.
But anyways, okay, so cherry. Okay, I like the original. I'm not really big on like scents and stuff.
Sure.
So I either use the cocoa butter chapstick.
Okay.
Well, I don't even know what it's called now, because chapstick is chapstick. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. And then or the original. I'm a regular plain kind of person.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But that was surprising. I just knew you were gonna say Burt's Bees.
No,
or like
not about that.
That ain't nobody heard of, low key.
I know, right? Something I didn't concocted myself.
Right. Oh, I was in the kitchen one day in the lab, and I mixed some olive oil with coconut oil and shea butter.
And voila.
Yep, there you go.
Bomb.
All right, we done. I'm not playing with you today. Okay, so we're going. Okay, Jesse, Kamisha,
what up, my G?
The
cheat
Facebook
code
Live is popping.
That's
tonight.
what we gonna do. Hey, make sure y'all share this out. Share with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share it out right now so they know that they can comment while we're still live for the next 10 or 12 minutes or so. Make sure y'all get that content out there.
Alrighty, so okay, we're gonna start with makeup because this is a beauty show. So I've never heard any bad things about whether I wear too much or too little makeup, but I have heard this from other people. I've had men complain as well as women that feel like they have to be done up, and then you hear men saying, oh, well, we don't like that. And then I know Amethyst made a point one time where men will say, oh, well, I don't want my wife to have too much makeup on, but I want her to have a Kim Kardashian look. And Kim Kardashian every morning has 3+ hours of makeup before she even steps out of the house. So what is your take on the makeup?
So let's speak in generalities first, and then we'll dive a little deeper. In general, I think every man wants a woman that looks true to herself, right? And we all know that makeup should be there to enhance the way that you look, but to add that dexterity to that view, not to recreate. And I think a lot of times what we've seen, and correct my terminology if it's wrong, we've seen a good theater beat where it's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But we like a good natural beat, just a light enhancement to what you currently have going on that still rings true to your natural beauty.
No, you don't.
I'm just being honest with you.
It's a lie, because let's just play this out.
Sure.
So you're out at wherever you are, you're at a bar or at wherever, and you see a woman walk in. You don't want to see her walk in with regular chapstick on, bags under her eyes, imperfect. You don't want to see that. That is not what you want to see.
That's why I just said a nice natural beat, meaning that something that accentuates her current beauty, right? What we don't want, and I think what the stigma is, that you've got to be super done up when you step out for a man to find you attractive. And truth be told, you've always heard these stories about men finding a woman in the grocery store. She ain't had on no makeup. She in the loungiest of clothes. She's very laid back and comfortable, yet this dude's trying to holler. We've always heard those stories. The truth be told is a lot of times we want to have something that's as close to natural and realistic as possible. And if society as a whole toned the makeup down to where most women wore that, men would still be just as attractive, would still fall in love,
agree with that.
would still just want to hit. It would still still be the same cycle of what men want. Women could just tone it down and we would be good with that.
I can agree with that. But I think, I've heard a lot of men say, oh, no makeup. None. I'm just like, no. If I'm walking in here with these Chanel bags under my eyes, you're gonna be like, she ain't that cute.
No, I'm not gonna say no makeup, but what I will say is, like I said, just to take it to that next level, you don't have to. If you are a goddamn Decepticon behind your makeup,
what?
if you are a transformer and you become somebody totally different, when that makeup is on or off, that's a problem.
I agree. I agree. That's what I tell my clients when I do their makeup. I'm like, look, I can't make you look like anyone else but yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, once I take my makeup off, I still look the same. I mean, I have more imperfections that you can see, but I've never had a guy say, girl, I didn't even know that was you.
Didn't even know.
Like, you passed me right. So
Come on.
That's good for me, but I mean, I've seen bad stuff and where I've seen people that don't even look like, and I'm like, oh, that was her? Oh my God. But I mean, I just think that men can be a little unrealistic at times. So, okay, another question.
Sure.
So how long does she have to get ready? Because I know I have, like, gentlemen that'll say, oh, well, meet me here in an hour or whatever. I may or may not be that girl. If I'm sitting at home on the couch, I'm going to need an hour. 30 minutes to do a quick little beat, and then 30 minutes to get to wherever I'm going, because I'm usually pretty early.
Sure.
But, like, you can't call me and be like, okay, let's go get some sushi. I'm not coming out the house looking raggedy. That's
we
not
appreciate
gonna happen.
that. So I would say this. I'm gonna actually go to what our Facebook Live person is saying. Jesse, my boy Jesse in here, said moderation is key with anything. So when it comes to time and being prepared, I'm going to allow that woman to have as much time as she feels that she needs, because the worst thing I could do is rush her moderation, right? I never want her to run out and then second guess or have this feeling of insecurity based on not having enough time to be prepared. So my thing is to allow her to be in her comfort zone so she can be the best her she can be.
That is a politically correct answer, and I do not think that you tell the truth.
I'm so honest, because what's the point? What's the purpose in rushing? What does that extra 15 minutes give me when now she's second guessing herself on how she feel, and then I've got to sew back into her with words of affirmation to make sure she feels right?
That's true.
No, let her have that time she needs so that she's good and golden. Then we can have a great night.
Well, like I said, I'm engrossed in the social media, so I see a lot of stuff, and I've seen people say, well, if she takes more than 30 minutes to get ready, then she's ugly, and I'm just like, it depends on how deep into this I'm trying to go. Sure. Like, this today took 15, 20 minutes. Now, if you tell me we going to a ball game, we're going to really step out, I want some time so I can take my time, turn on my trap music, get in my zone, and, like, really beat my face. So, I mean, y'all guys, y'all are different, but y'all are kind of wired the same way.
Yeah, so sometimes. But when you're talking about food, that's important, right? Everybody wants to eat. Everybody's hungry. Yeah. And when you're starving and you need somebody to get ready, sometimes there's a little nudge. But for those that are tuned in right now,
get a snack while you wait on me to get ready.
You might have to grab a snack, like Kimby just said. And just so happened, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by RX Bar. RX Bar has whole food protein bars with simple and real ingredients. And listen to this, folks. RX Bar has built things the right way. They believe in the power of transparency and letting the core ingredients speak for themselves. Speaking of which, we're talking about ingredients that are gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, ingredients that have no artificial colors or flavors or preservatives or any other fillers that you see in some of those other bars. Now, these are good for a lot of different folks in the family. We're talking about for the parents as a pre or post-workout. We're also talking about breakfast on the go or just a simple snack that you keep in your car. Now, for the kids, you've got to make sure you've got their delicious lunchbox add-ins with these bars or a good afternoon snack that they can throw into their sports bag, and they are good to go. Now, of course, I love all the different flavors, and for those that are watching right now, you can see some of the flavors that are listed on the website, whether it's something that has the egg whites and almonds in it, or of course, I love anything with good old cashews, and that berry blend berry blast is one of my favorites. Now, for those that are looking to get their hands on this RX Bar, you've got to remember, folks, that you can get an exclusive pack of 6 adult bars and 4 kids bars for the whole family to enjoy. Now, 25% off your first order. Go ahead and visit rxbar.com and enter the promo code RXSB at checkout. Once again, that's rxbar.com with the promo code RXSB.
All righty.
Yes, indeed.
Baby, Jesse said you better read that ad.
Didn't
he tear it up, Jesse?
We're going to do all of that, good sir. We're going to do that. We setting examples around here.
And for my women, shout out to Kamisha. She said men take long sometimes too.
We do. Let me.
You know when y'all putting them fibers in y'all hair and in y'all beard, them fibers. Because y'all be shucking and jiving too. The same way that we put on makeup, y'all be putting on beards and putting on hair and stuff.
Oh my!
I done seen them hair replacement videos.
You made me touch my own beard. I have to check my hair.
Sure like,
wait a minute, because surely. I didn't pull a Drake moment with the half beard hanging off. I didn't do that. You didn't see that meme? No, you didn't see that? Okay. I just bust your bubble, didn't I? But let me speak to that really quickly. You are right.
We're gonna keep the Facebook people, or we're gonna let them
I'm gonna get them in a second. But you gotta it's same way that it applies to women. It has to apply to men, right?
I'm giving there are times right now,
there are times that we have to take a few extra moments because we want to be debonair for our women. We want to smell right for our women. My father taught me that a good smelling man is a righteous man. Okay,
that's very true. Because I love a man that smells.
So you gotta make sure that you're right as a man, because you want to sow into that woman and help for her to feel, one, secure and safe, but 2, to feel like she's got something attractive, because attraction goes both ways. And let me tell y'all something else. You got to be attracted to a full episode, folks. You can't just sit here on Facebook Live. So guess what? You've got to go subscribe. So head over to sphere.tv/ATB. We've got a few options for you, folks. You can find us right there on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. We're on anywhere and everywhere you can find podcasts, even in your kitchen on your mama's Amazon Alexa. We are there, folks.
Wow.
And while you're there, make sure you share the show. Share with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share with your loved ones. Share with your haters. Share with anyone you know that has questions surrounding the life of fashion, hair, and, of course, makeup. And give us that constructive criticism. We need to know if we're building a great show for you all. So hit those likes, those dislikes, hit the stars. Give us that criticism, as iron really sharpens that iron. And last but not least, if you love what we're doing, sow a seed. Head over to sphere.tv/donate. We've got a couple of options for you, folks. You can donate one time on the website, or if you truly love what we're doing, sow a seed and donate via Patreon. Now, on Patreon, you're going to get some exclusive content. And I'm talking behind-the-scenes access. I'm talking personal interviews, things that will not be on All Things Beauty, let alone the rest of the show. We've got tiers set up now, and we're going to start delivering great content that's only for our Patreon folks. So, show's not ending, folks, but make sure you go subscribe right here at The Sphere. Kimmy, let's keep this party rolling.
Gary, you are hilarious. I love
this
Gary.
Is what I
he
do,
is my
kid.
favorite person
That's
ever.
What I do.
Okay, so we done talked about that other stuff you was telling me about that I don't believe. Yeah. So what is your favorite like makeup look? If you had to, I guess, call your girl up and say, I want you to put this on, do this, do this, do this, what would you tell her? You
mentioned NARS earlier. I'm a very big fan of earth tones. So I like things that live in an earth tone style palette. And then, shout out to Rihanna's brand of Fenty Beauty. There are times where I'll see women walking around with the trophy wife and things like that with nice little highlights in different areas.
Gary, know what the highlights
I know a little something now. I know a little something.
Who done trained you?
I'm just saying. I've been around the world and I mean,
this is not boom bap.
I mean, hey, it's in my soul.
He done went from intermission
to
boom bap.
Soul food. I'm hitting it all, but that's me. I'm an earth tone fan, so I'm always looking for a nice highlight here and there. I'm looking for a nice little contour, a great foundation that coincides to accent the beauty.
Okay, now I've also heard men say her foundation don't match her neck, or it looks like she has a mask on. So
shout out to Future. Mask off on this thing.
Like, I'm good, love, enjoy. Okay, but so have you seen that, or what do you think
of course.
about that?
So I think
so you've been out with a young lady and you was like, nah, sis, like, I'm gonna need you to.
So let me be honest. Please. I've never been out with a woman when I had to look at her makeup like, whoa. I've never had that. But it comes back to discernment when who I choose to date, right? So I've either met this woman out already and I've peeped her out. If I meet a woman or I see a woman and it's over the top, I'm probably not going to even speak to her or try to get to know her.
But what if she approaches you?
Then I may have a conversation and then I'm going to let my discernment move forward, right? What's this attraction feel like? What are the vibes that I'm getting from this young lady? And then I'll decide, do I move forward with that and get the number or whatever we're going to do. But to answer your original question, when I do see that out, period, the first thing I think of is somewhat either society has told you that you need that level of makeup to be beautiful, and or there's potential insecurities that are involved with who you really are.
So if her foundation don't match her neck, she ain't getting a number. She not getting a digit.
She might get a psychotherapist hotline. I may want to put somebody and say, you know what, you need to have a conversation about this, because I'm just saying.
Why would you do that?
No, I once again, I think it's important though that people are true to themselves, and you shouldn't be someone totally different. If you can't match your foundation to your body, your skin type and tone, then there's some education that needs to happen. And also on the physiological side, someone needs to tell you like, hey, that doesn't equate to beauty. That tells a man that there's something else behind the scenes.
Okay, so then how do you feel about Alicia Keys? She originally, when she started her career, she was wearing makeup, and so she decided to stop wearing makeup altogether.
Sure.
Now, in my opinion, I think that sometimes you need a little bit of makeup. I don't care even if it's the most minimal amount, especially with like lights and flash photography that picks up on everything. Just even yourself out a little bit. I mean, I don't nobody want you walking around here looking dry faced.
Very true.
In my opinion. So what do you think about that? I mean, she's gorgeous. She has gorgeous skin, but to me, just judge it up just a little bit. So what do you think about that?
So I remember the first time I saw. First and foremost, I've always been attracted to Alicia Keys physically. Right. I've always thought she was a beautiful woman, and that coincides with her makeup or even without her makeup. She's still a pretty woman without makeup. I would say, though, that her movement is hers to bear. So her decision to say, you know what, you don't need any makeup, I think that's commendable and courageous. And at the same time, I can say I don't think that fits the narrative for every situation. But I think our overall point was that women have gone so far, and to some degree men has escalated this as well. We've added fuel to that fire to say you've got to have these, what I talked about earlier, these theater beats. You've got to be over the top and grandiose with everything you do in your makeup, when truth be told, a man doesn't necessarily need all of that. So I think she was trying to bring awareness to the fact that you can still be beautiful without all that beat.
I think it's a little bit overrated. I mean, well, this is for me. I'm a girly girl, so I always want to look nice, whether it is, I mean, for example, even if I don't have makeup on, I'm gonna put on lip gloss or something. Sure. So I mean, that's just how I am. So I just feel like that I don't think that she had to make that statement, but I mean, I guess to each his own.
Yeah.
But
you go one way on one side, and she went the total opposite. And sometimes you have to go to an extreme so you can bring about compromise, right? That has to happen sometimes.
That's true. Okay, so then this is my last question about the makeup. Then we're going to get into some fashion stuff.
Sure.
So what's the first thing that you would notice about a woman, or what she should play up?
A lip. Yeah, that lip. That lip is phenomenal.
Like cliche.
No, but I'm just being honest, right? Because it depends on what a guy is. Some guys are attracted to certain things. Me personally, I'm a kisser. I enjoy kissing.
Cherry chapstick, guys.
Come on. I'm looking at a woman's lips first and foremost because I'm attracted to kissing a woman. So and if they're crusty, if they're not done right, if the lipstick is all outside of the lip, and that means
what if she got on an ashy nude lipstick that looked like she been chewing on chalk?
I didn't seen it.
I know you didn't seen it because I didn't seen it. Y'all, sometimes me and Gary end up at the same spot.
That happens. It does happen,
which is totally fine, but it's just funny funny because typically I'm on the younger end of that age group that I hang around or out in.
Sure.
So it's funny to see how older women are.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
It happens.
They be out here trying to make it happen.
Come on.
They tired of being single.
Come on.
They 40 and ready to mingle.
Aren't we all? Okay. Aren't we all? But yeah, for me, I would definitely say the lip, right?
Okay.
Secondary would probably be the eyes. So
Okay.
what does that mascara look like? What's happening around the eyes? What do the highlights in that area look like? I'm attentive to those areas for me.
So what if she got a smoky eye that look like she like a raccoon, like she got punched in the face?
See, if you got a smoky eye, you've got to be realistic with said smoky eye, right? It just only you can prevent forest fires. Like you can't. It can't be Smokey the Bear out here.
Smokey,
I'm just being honest.
But I think it's funny because I actually had a photo shoot earlier, and the photographer was like, "Yeah, I want y'all to do a smoky eye." And I don't think that that's what he meant. I think he just wanted eyeshadow, but men know.
But he was thinking forest fire.
Right.
Like, no.
I just think that he just said smoky eye. Because, I mean, everybody, it's certain, like, red lips. Like, some men know only certain things.
Sure.
And I was like, are you sure you want, like, he was like, well, you know the eyes, the stuff on the eyes. And I was like, oh, eyeshadow. Like, nah, you don't want no smoky eye in this photo shoot, bro. But it was just so funny because he was really trying to figure it out. And I just thought that was like, he's like, yeah, smoky eye, like just
give it to me.
Yeah,
flames,
yeah.
Flames.
No, that's not.
No, sir. Not for you. No smoky eye.
Right, you
need to take your meds.
Speaking of meds,
Alley-oop.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Care Of. Care Of is a monthly subscription vitamin service that delivers completely personalized vitamin and supplement packs right to your door. This is great for me, guys, because I actually take vitamin D weekly, so I'm definitely here for this. All you have to do is take an online survey that asks questions about your diet, health goals, and lifestyle choices. In about 5 minutes, you get to find out the vitamins and supplements you specifically need. The vitamins get sent right to your door, personalized and easy to remember daily packs that are perfect for your busy on-the-go life. You can also track your process with the Care Of app and earn rewards when you remember to take your vitamins. And also for those vegan and vegetarian people out there, they also have supplements as well to fulfill your dietary needs. If you want to take advantage of this Care Of product for 25% off of your first month of your personalized Care Of vitamins, visit takecareof.com and enter the promo code COSB for 25% off. I'm definitely gonna look into that because I be getting tired of. I'm getting tired of going to CVS every week.
Come on, give me my vitamins.
Bring it to my door.
Healthy.
Everybody should deliver.
Keep my skin popping.
Yes, and that helps with your mood too. Vitamin D, especially with the sun, not so much sun because of the winter. So,
yeah, it's a good tip. I appreciate that.
It does, yeah.
Yes, indeed. So.
We're gonna switch over to
Let's
fashion,
talk fashion.
Garry.
I'm excited.
I mean, Garry be dressing nice.
Sometimes, it just depends. You know what? I dress for me, and there are times where I'm in a very eclectic mood, and there are times when I want to be a bit more grandiose, so to speak. and it's a full suit. It's a nice pocket square. It's perhaps a lapel pin or something along those lines with a matching fedora. Sometimes I'm in my Miami Vice and I'm, linen shorts with a fitted shirt. I'm in sandals. I got my toes out.
Hey, Garry has nice feet, y'all.
So it just really depends on the situation and the environment. But I'll start the conversation with this. I dress for me. I ain't dressing for the other folks.
I agree. But that can be taken in a negative way because just because they make it in your size don't mean you're supposed to wear it.
That is very true.
So I think that that's good, but I think that people need to have the cognitive skills to know what works and what does not.
True indeed.
Now, me personally, I love a man in a suit. If you can dress up nice, like just take me out. Like you can rub good cologne, not. If your belt matches your shoes, you could just carry me out in a wheelchair.
Come on.
Like I actually, and it was funny because a Bumble guy popped up on me at church.
You said who guy?
A Bumble guy.
A Bumble guy.
From Bumble, the app.
Oh my God. You want to expound on that or no?
Okay, real quick, y'all. Real quick, because Garry knows it. Real quick.
Real quick.
Okay, so he was very overtly zealous on Bumble, and so I had to unmatch with him. And I don't know if he found me on Instagram, but everybody knows that I go to Wheeler. And so he showed up, sits right next to me, and it was creepy. But then what took me over the edge, Gary, was that when I looked, he had on a black belt with brown shoes. Flag on the play. I was done after that.
That's 15 yards, kid.
Like, no.
Yeah. We're not doing that at Wheeler.
Bro, you want to pop up on somebody in a very creepy way. You got a Hermes belt on. It don't even match your shoes. You got on cognac shoes with a black belt.
Oh, that's
You're
horrible.
done. You're done.
Yo.
You're done.
That's
You're
some
out
harvest
here.
time church stuff. We're not doing that at Wheeler.
What kind of church?
I'm just saying, we're going to church bang.
If you were going to pull up, you got to come in your best.
Talk
your
about it.
best, the best, the best. Because I could tell it was him. I think he knew it was me.
Sure.
But I'm just like, this how you pull up? Like, you got
looking that kind of way. Now, see, and that goes back to education, right? There are certain men who assume that it's better for me to show an air of not sophistication, but of wealth by having a Hermes belt on.
You could have had on a Walmart belt long as it matched.
And matched. That's so much
you
more important.
You could have went to suit to you, what suits you.
That's societal norms at play.
Please.
Oh, they got a Hermes belt. I got to put on a Hermes belt regardless of my shoes. Come on, son. You got to learn those things. This is what we're doing here. All things beauty.
I'm a nitpicky. I ain't even going to lie. That's why I'm single. Because I be like, one little thing will take me out, and that took me out.
well.
I mean, if you went through all of that, like, to find me, I mean, it was kind of creepy, but maybe I would have at least
You know how many people at Wheeler?
Exactly. And you came to the exact service that I go to. Wheeler has 4 services.
That's real creepy.
And you pulled up with the creepiest of them all was that your belt didn't match your pants.
So silly. Like
that's like serial killer status.
Yeah.
Like anybody that don't
Speak on it.
And I got low key OCD, so I like stuff like my nails, like my nail polish, like everything has to match.
Yeah.
So like I looked over, and I think that I was more mortified that the belt and the shoes didn't match than him being there. I was just like, I gotta go.
Get a reversible.
I left church early.
Come on. It ain't difficult. It's not rocket science, and I know I studied rocket science. This ain't it, folks.
Gary's a rocket scientist.
Get a literally.
I mean, or just don't buy no shoes till you get the belt that you want. Like, come on.
Something.
So, but anyways, that was my little story time. But I do love a man in a suit with a nice smelling cologne, because I remember like my dad like always smelling good.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, come on, Dad, let me sniff you. And I just love it. Like Blue de Chanel. Just take me out. Gucci guilty? Take me out.
See, I do a Gucci guilty intense. And colognes are my thing, right? Like, that's my thing. And I like to try and figure out what works best. Now, when it comes to on the women's side, perfume, right? Perfume matters, especially to me. I have a very sensitive nose, so I'm always wondering, what is that woman going to pair with her outfit or the time of year? Because you can't just wear the same perfume all the time. And sometimes you don't realize that perfume may not necessarily work well for your body chemistry.
With your pheromones, yep. Because everything smells. Well, I'm not a scent girl. I am not really... I don't wear scents like that, but but when I had natural hair, people always tell me that my hair is like, they'll smell something, but it's always my hair.
Sure.
So I guess that's the way that I get it in. But yeah, I really don't. Or I would prefer probably like to wear cologne. I think I really like the way cologne
Well,
smells.
there's some great unisex colognes out there. Obviously, I think I had on one the other day that Amethyst complimented me on that I just started trying, and I think it works really well on my clothes more so than on my skin.
Okay.
And I learned that for myself. I was like, I prefer this smell. Once again, I'm doing it for me. I prefer this smell on my shirts versus on my pressure points or my heating points. Mm-hmm. So it's learning that body chemistry. But when it comes to fashion for women, I mean, there are a lot of things that I think men like, and we're very seasonal, right? When it's summertime, we're looking for a good sundress. Sundress season is upon us. It is phenomenal.
Okay, so since sundress season is over, what do you look for in the winter?
So in the winter, let me keep it a buck. I've always been a fan of onesies, and so when it comes to onesies in the fall, I love you almost said
all
cat
in
suit.
one like cat suit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not talking about like stretchy like legging type material. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, we're just talking about
like a jumpsuit is what it's called. Okay, that's what it's called. Jumpsuit.
Something that's form fitting. That's an all in one. Those are things that I think I enjoy. Of course, I love a good woman with a blazer like that, and that's probably because I enjoy blazers. Love to see the way that she rocks it. And I also love a good woman in something that's like with an African print skirt or dress. Like some of those things really stand out to me. Those are things that are noticeable amongst the crowd. What about you though? What do you feel like we're in a season right now where we're having a lot of, how shall I say, experimental ideas in fashion as we're rolling through this fall and heading towards winter?
I think since we're in Texas, we're in the fall season, but we don't typically have the fall weather.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you get to see a lot of mix of how people kind of dress for that. Now, me personally, I dress for the season.
Sure.
So it's hot outside, but I'm gonna act like I'm not hot because it's fall.
Okay.
So y'all got to get into it. I'm still cute.
Now, does that include the colors of your outfits? Do you go with a fall pattern? Are you in the cranberries? Are you in some of the darker purples?
So for me, Gary don't watch the show, y'all. So for me, everybody knows I'm a neutrals girl. Mm-hmm. So black, white, nude, like navy. So I like deeper kind of tones for whatever reason. So I don't really venture out into too much color. Mm-hmm. Now for the fall, I do like darker lipstick.
Okay.
So what do y'all like that?
So here's the thing. That's a great question.
And I meant to ask that because I know some dudes don't like dark nail polish, dark lipstick.
Let me say this. So we'll go back to, because I'm glad you brought that up.
You made me think about it.
No, it's great. So let's rewind the tape a little bit for those that are tuned in right now. You're listening to this on Spotify. From a man's perspective, one of the most important things we look for is contrast, right? So for a woman who has a lighter skin tone, such as yourself, Kenvy.
Okay.
I love the way that darker nail color pops right off of your skin tone. I think it looks great. Okay. Whereas if your skin tone was closer to mine, it may not look as appealing. Not because of the color of your skin. I love dark skin. I love all shades. But it's the contrast that I'm looking for. So especially when that coincides back to a darker skinned woman, I love to see her in a lighter, maybe a light cotton candy or something that really pops. Yeah,
Gary knows what he's talking about.
I'm just saying.
He said cotton candy. I'm
done.
You can take me out. Y'all, this might be my favorite show that I've done so far.
That's what we do.
Wow. Okay, so before we get back to the fashion, we got to shout out the home team.
Sure.
Of course, this episode is sponsored by The Sphere.
Woo.
Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
There it is, good folks. Make sure you advertise, get that business out there, man. We want to promote
so y'all
that
can
thing.
have Gary read y'all ad.
Let me do a little ad read. We got almost 40 hosts on the network, and everybody's doing a tremendous job of reading your advertisements. So we want to make sure that you get your business sponsored right over here at the Sphere, folks.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so
we're talking fashion.
We back to the fashion. So this is what I want to know because I'm thinking about what I noticed, and I'm thinking in my mind, or I'm telling my friends, girl, a man can't like that. They don't look good. But I understand that men are not as attentive. So I was talking to my mom the other day.
Shade.
Y'all not. Y'all don't pay attention to stuff.
You don't think so?
No.
I just called out colors and tones. You don't think I'm paying attention?
Gary, you are one out of a bazillion. And bazillion is a number.
I am not an anomaly. There are a lot of men like me who pay attention, who really are looking at every little detail. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we don't make a woman feel questionable. We're not harping over her.
I guess so. Okay, so shapewear is what me and my mom were talking about, and I've seen a lot of women wearing and I'm not saying that you have to be skinny, because I'm skinny, but I don't like being skinny. I'm always trying to find a way to add me a couple of pounds. But I've seen women in form-fitting dresses, pants, outfits, and like your gut is hanging out, so not in an attractive way.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm not shaming anybody that has a gut. I know people have kids. You know, Beyonce said that she got a gut. But I'm just saying, I think that there are different ways that you can do it. For example, a dress that has ruching in the front to kind of take away from your, midsection. I'm just like, do men notice that? Like, when you look at a woman, do you, like, see her fupa? Or do you see, like...
So let me answer that for you. And
no shade, y'all.
I mean, no shade. I'll bring it back to what I mentioned earlier because I think it's imperative. Society has done a number of things. One, it has conditioned us to be accepting of things like a fupa or women who decide to wear bodycon or shapewear that shows every curve, the positive curves and the negative curves, right? So that level of comfort that has given women the green light to do this puts men in a position where we have to say, okay, either we accept this or we don't. Do we see it? Yeah, we see it. Some men, depending on their motives, may not care. We don't care about the fact that your gut may hang a little bit lower or the breasts or down at the navel. They may not care. but there's some of us who like it right and tight. We like to know that you spent an hour a day, 3 to 4 days a week in the gym, that you're spending time in the kitchen getting your macros right so that you've got great fitness and health, not just for the short term and that beautiful dress you got on, love. We see you. But for the long term. Now, you're thinking 5, 10, 20 years down the road because you want to have that healthy lifestyle. So that's where I sit on that.
Okay. I just always, I was like, that just can't. I mean, and like I said, again, it's no shade to anyone, because I mean, everybody is totally different. Like I said, I am not pro skinny because some days I don't want to be skinny. And I'm just being real. I want to have me some more meat. Yeah,
and that's how I am. I actually prefer my women probably 140. And
wait, how tall is she?
And I'm talking 140 at about 5'4", 5'5".
Okay, she look thick.
Yeah,
okay,
she look thick. She look thick.
Okay, because I'm only 5'1", so if I'm 140,
at 5'1", that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
She looking
but I like a little thick to thick around that 5'11".
So, but do she got a belly with the thick?
No. See, now you got to work on self.
That's what I'm trying to ask you. And you going around?
I'm not going around it, but I'll say this: I will never ask a woman to be better than where I am. Meet me where I am, right? Okay. So if I've got a small belly that I'm working on perfecting and getting it right, if I got a little love over time that has grown up on me, then I need to be able to work through that. And I can't go to a woman like, nah, babe, if you ain't got a 6-pack, then I can't rock. That's
unrealistic.
It's unrealistic, right? So and we can't be jaded by the IG models. We can't be jaded by what Facet puts up. Exactly. So we've got to understand that women have love handles. We got to understand that sometimes you ate a little bit too much of that Chex Mix and you got a little extra inch or two and that thing is there. It's okay. Let's work through it together. Let's work through it together.
Right, guys, you heard it from a man himself. I mean, like I said, we're more judgmental of each other. It's sad to say, but it's true.
It's very true.
But I mean, like I said, I think every woman is beautiful. I just feel like maybe I would not. Garry, cut it out. We all, like Mama said, the Lord made us all. We are all beautiful. Nobody is ugly.
No, pray for me. I'm under construction.
But I just think for me, that for example, if I know that I have a problem area, I wouldn't wear something that would accentuate it.
That makes sense.
But that's just me.
But you're dressing smart. That's a smart option.
If I know that I have, crazy arm fat, I'm not gonna wear anything sleeveless. Or if I know that, so I just wonder if men kind of notice that.
And we do. We also notice women who play to their traits. Play to what's best on you. If you feel like you're more of a breast person, play to those things. If you feel like that you're concerned about your buttocks and your rear and you like that, play to that. Play to what your beauty is. That's what we want to know.
So I got one more thing that you made me think of before we go.
Sure.
So, and this might be off topic, but I don't care. I'm going to ask Garry.
We're good.
So, I have a lot of I have other friends that are like me, girly girls, you
Sure.
know, professional, have a lot of things going on. And we like to look nice, buy designer pieces, blah, blah, but we're single.
Sure.
And I've heard men say, well, they don't like women that look like a bill. Like they're going to have to, it's a bill. Like I got to put money or I got to spend a lot of money. So what is your take on that? Because in my opinion, the homely sisters is winning. The ones that don't wear much makeup, they can get ready in 10 minutes. They don't really say too much. They're not trying to be, you know, they're very kind of minimalistic women. And all women aren't like that. But those, from what I can see, are the ones that are winning.
Let me answer that for you. So a couple of things I'll say. As what you'll notice, as men get older, we get simpler. And there are things that we wanted that were unrealistic in the past that now we're like, I'm good. When it comes to fashion specifically, or women that are very flashy, they're in the designer this, the designer that.
But is that flashy?
And that's their lifestyle. In comparison to the cost for an outfit, it is, right? Because you could build a dress and whatnot, and a dress is $50, but if your dress is $500 or $600, and we know it's $500 or $600 based on the label that you're wearing that's exposed, then in comparison, it is flashy, right? But in her world, that's where she lives and resides. So two things. One, a man should never tell a woman how to dress. She needs to live in her realm, because that's where she's going to be most comfortable. Two, if a man doesn't want to address a woman or deal with a woman or, you know, romanticize a woman that is very quote unquote flashy, then he may have some insecurities, or that may just not be his cup of tea because he's perceived something about a woman who does wear very name brand and designer things. It's to each his own. I won't say that a man can't be trusted or is wrong for feeling that way. However, I know that as I've gotten older, whether or not the woman can afford it is not the question at hand. Does she feel confident because her purse is Gucci? Does she feel confident because her shoes are Louis Vuitton? Does she feel confident because she's wearing something by Hermes? That's the question I'm going to ask. Can she be just as confident in something from a Nine West or something from a Ross?
Yes, because the designer pieces are an accent. I mean, you can have on a Walmart outfit and I'm going to throw my Louboutins on or, you know, get my Henry Bendel back. Like, I think it's accents. But I know that I've seen or heard people say things like that.
I think it should be accent, but I guarantee you, I think that there are women out there, and for those that are listening, if you're a woman out there and you agree or disagree on this, we want to know. Shoot us an email, atb@thesphere.tv. We want to know about this, but I know that you're out there, that if we took away the name brand, if we took you out of the Gucci, Louis, Fendi, and we put you into the Ross, Nine West,
Ross,
even the Coach. We took you down to a Coach. How would you feel about you?
I would feel the same
out in
way.
The public. And that's a great thing, and that's the kind of woman that real men are looking for.
As long as I like it. It's got to be cute. Now, don't give me no ugly stuff.
It's got to be cute, and that's the thing. If you can't be cute outside of designer, there's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Okay, Gary. Okay.
Whew, that's a mic drop. Oh, my God.
Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb.
Drop moment on
Boom.
that one.
All right, y'all. Gary got some knowledge.
Yeah,
You got some wisdom.
And
we said this wasn't going to be a long show, Gary.
We had fun, though.
I had an amazing time.
Well,
I think you should go on everybody's show so they can see who the man behind the sphere is.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. And in all honesty, I've been on all the shows.
You ain't been over here?
I've been over here, but this was
This
pre.
a new show.
This was
This
pre.
a new
You so
revamp.
silly. You so silly.
This is all things beauty 2.0.
I'm back.
Thank you.
I'm back, and this won't be the last time because I may need to hop on for some. We may do an All Things Beauty panel with G is for Gentlemen or something.
That would be dope.
We could do some mashups where
like
we
a
give
Mars Venus type of situation.
Come on. We may take it over to the Delta and do a kickback relax with lapels. I mean, we could do a lot of good things. I love what y'all are doing over here. Thank you again for allowing me to come on. I appreciate it.
I had a good time, guys. Obviously, from the Facebook Live, we had it popping up in here tonight.
Yeah,
I've never seen that many comments and laughs on the.
That's how it's supposed to
Y'all,
be.
Gary's a mess.
That's how it's supposed
but
to be.
anyways, even except for that jab that he took at Drake, because he knows that I'm wearing my Drake concert cap, and everybody know that Drake is bae.
Hey.
Whether his beard is fake or not, I'll tape it back on. I ain't got no problem.
I believe you.
Now, regular Joe Blow, if his beard fall off, he done that.
Shout out to Aubrey. I see you. He's a great
Then
father
you want to
figure.
call out the man real name. That's it, Mike. We done.
Nah.
Gary is gone. He cannot come
Hey.
on here on my show with that foolishness about my man after he ran out of here to go to his concert the other week. You tried
I
it.
checked it out. It was
He
good.
ra-
It
y'all,
was
he
good.
ran.
I took some technical notes about what he displayed. I was very happy and impressed.
So actually, when I was watching your IG story, I didn't even know that those were drones.
Those
And
were drones.
I had no clue. I was like, Gary's so like tech
yeah,
savvy.
that's.
I thought it was like light.
No, that was just drones, and I was literally. I was about 10 or 15 feet away, about 3 rows away from the lighting guy's setup.
Really?
As well as some of the
So I know
other.
you like
Yeah,
that.
so I was over there side eyeing. So for those that are watching this right now, you're watching this on YouTube. I was like just giving them that good side eye, trying to figure out, okay, what are they doing with that? Okay, because I'm taking notes, right? Because everything that I see out, I can take it, modify it, make it our own, and introduce it here at the Sphere. So I'm learning from what they're doing, because whether it's now or 5 years from now, I want to be able to implement things at that level.
Child, I thought them was lights that was coming up and down. See,
Drones,
I don't know.
kid.
I am not a tech savvy person at all. I don't even know how to work a MacBook laptop. So we're going to leave all that technical stuff to Gary. I'm just being real. My thing is makeup. So you want playing some makeup, I'm your girl all day. If you want to be technical, holla at Gary.
Yeah, if you need to holler at me, remember, folks, you can reach me anywhere online. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z.
Alrighty, and of course, I'm Naturally Kenvy, everything, everywhere, Naturally Kenvy, except for Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. But naturallykenvy.com. Actually, I wanted to announce that I actually am now, I have my website set up to where I can take online bookings now for makeup clients.
Congratulations. That's
So
what's
you
up.
can go to naturallykenvy.com /book-online, and I'll be there.
There it is, folks.
Alrighty, but I think that's it.
This
We're going
has
to try to
been-
get Gary back, y'all.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, Lord, he's a mess. Alrighty, thanks, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Night.
Peace.